Go out there into the field that you're thinking about being in. And Dr. Dorfman is right. Get a number of mentors. Get the ones who are an example of what not to be, and then get the ones who have a life like you would want to live, a career that you would want. And then you can compare and see what's the difference between success and not success. And is this something that, does it seem like I'm somebody who could be successful?
Hey, Dr. Bill Dorfman here with another Meet Our Mentor. And the mentor this time is my good friend Chris Strandburg, Dr. Chris Strandburg. Chris graduated from UCLA Dental School in 2012, and then he went and he did kind of a work experience in Nashville, Tennessee area, and has recently come back and joined my practice in Century City as a cosmetic dentist. Chris also went through the LEAP program 2 years or just 1 year?
I was a coach the first year in 2008, and then all throughout dental school, I came back and would donate my time while I could.
There you go.
So.
And along the way, Chris has done some other kind of fun things too, which we'll get into in the interview. But Chris, welcome to Meet the Mentor. So after dental school, why did you decide to go to Tennessee?
I had grown up in California my whole life, and I just wanted to go somewhere brand new and start a life on my own, because I knew that if I broke out of my comfort zone, then I would be able to grow the most that I could. So I went out there, I started a new job, a new career in a brand new place, and I was forced to make new friends. I was forced to just kind of get all these routines of life going. And it was hard at times being completely alone. But over time I made friends, and I became really comfortable as a new dentist. And it was really amazing because I feel like even though I was no longer in school, that taught me so much about life itself, because I didn't have my safety net. I didn't have people who could just be there to get me out of a bind. I had to figure out how to do it on my own. So it was really a great life experience for me.
All right, focusing on dentistry.
Yeah.
Why dentistry?
You know, dentistry is really cool because it satisfies a lot of my interests. I never wanted to be somebody who just sat at a computer all day long. I wanted to be up and moving around and talking to people. So that's number one. I've always been interested in health, and dentistry has an amazing connection to health. It's not only, you know, the foods that you eat and the way that you speak and present yourself, but things like gum disease, etc., connect to your whole body. So all that stuff really interests me. Another thing is there's an artistry aspect to it. So I've always been a more creative type of person, and you get to do that when you're designing somebody's smile, for example. So there's a lot of little things that came together and it just seemed like a good fit. When I was 10 years old, I broke a tooth, and I had my dentist come on a Saturday, and he fixed my tooth, and he said, you know, someday you're going to be a dentist. But at that time, I thought that was a stupid idea. But I think the seed had been planted. Then I started getting interested in it again when I was in college, but I had a number of careers that I was exploring. Until I actually met Dr. Dorfman when I was a junior in college. And he showed me that dentistry can be something that is not only confined to the dental office.
Truth be known, we actually met on a reality show. And Chris was on the show and had mentioned to the producers and the people on the show that he wanted to be a dentist. So they kind of made sure that we spent some time together. And once Chris came, you know, into my office, then he started hanging out there and assisting. And that's one thing that I really recommend. If there's a profession that you're interested in, find a mentor.
In order to really get a feel, the best way to do that is to go out there into the field that you're thinking about being in. And Dr. Dorfman is right. Get a number of mentors. Get the ones who are an example of what not to be, and then get the ones who have a life like you would want to live, a career that you would want. And then you can compare and see what's the difference between success and not success. And is this something that, does it seem like I'm somebody who could be successful?
You know, whether it's dentistry or another profession that you go into, just realize that you're not limited by the profession. That's one of the beautiful things about today, is that you can take any profession and pretty much grow it however you want. So
I totally agree. It's awesome because, for example, we can take our knowledge, something that Dr. Dorfman does, is he takes his knowledge and he is now using social media to teach people. So that's just another element of how you can go any direction and kind of roll with the changes of the times.
oh yeah, follow me on Instagram. I've really gotten
little
into
plug.
it.
There you go.
Anyhow, so what's next for Chris?
Next, I joined Dr. Dorfman's practice recently. So my goal is to learn as much as I can from a clinical side now that I'm in his practice, and it's pretty awesome to see the types of cases that he does. I'm going to keep growing my practice here and just trying to educate the community to become the best that they can be in terms of dental health. And those are things I'm looking forward to coming up.
With that, Dr. Bill, over and out.